Hello, everyone. Welcome to the China Business Legal Navigator. The topic for the discussion today is a dive into the non-use and non-circumvention clauses of NNN agreements in China. Introduction: the importance of protecting proprietary information. In the global marketplace, safeguarding proprietary business information is critical to success, especially in legal systems like China. Traditionally, foreign companies have utilized non-disclosure agreements, (NDAs), to protect sensitive data during business transactions. However, China's unique business and legal environment may render NDAs insufficient. For example, the strong emphasis on the first-to-file principle when it comes to patents and trademarks in China, where the first to applies for patents and trademarks in China owns them. Another important aspect to consider is that many Chinese manufacturers also have their own product lines that directly compete with the products that produce for foreign companies, a dual role that can potentially lead to conflicts of interest and competitive challenges. This has led to the rise of non-disclosure, non-use, and non-circumventions, or NNN agreements, which provide a more comprehensive protective framework. NNN agreements are comprehensive solutions. NNN agreements designed to prevent information misuse, circumvention, and competition have gained traction in China due to their wider applicability and enforceability under Chinese laws. Compared to traditional NDAs, a well-structured NNN agreements or clauses offer stronger enforceability, making it a preferred choice for many foreign companies operating in the country. Unpacking the provisions: non-disclosures, non-use, and non-circumvention. An NNN agreement consists of three main provisions: non-disclosure, non-use, and non-circumvention. As the name suggests, the non-disclosure provision obligates the recipient to keep the shared business information confidential, ensuring that it remains within the intended parties. The non-use provision: a closer look. The non-use provision is a fundamental part of an NNN agreement in China, designed to prevent the unauthorized use of proprietary information. This clause prohibits the recipient of confidential information from using it for their own benefit or to the detriment of the disclosing party. It essentially ensures that the recipient cannot use the disclosed information to gain a competitive advantage or harm the disclosing party's business interests. This provision is particularly important in the context of China's unique business environment, in a market where information can be a key differentiator. The unauthorized use of proprietary information can have significant implications. The non-use provision acts as a safeguard against such scenarios, providing an additional layer of protection for the disclosing party's business interests. By enforcing a non-use provision, businesses can control how their proprietary information is used more effectively. This helps maintain their competitive edge and mitigates potential risk associated with information misuse. In essence, the non-use provision in an NNN agreement is critical for businesses to protect their proprietary information and ensure fair business practices in the Chinese market. The non-circumvention provision, an essential safeguard. The non-circumvention provision is a critical element of an NNN agreement, serving as a protective measure against potential business bypassing. This clause restricts the recipient from engaging in business activities with connections or contacts that they have learned from their disclosed information. In other words, it prevents the recipient from using the disclosed information to circumvent the disclosing party and directly engage with their business contacts, suppliers, or clients. This provision is particularly crucial in safeguarding the disclosing parties' business relationships. It ensures that the recipient cannot use the disclosed information to their advantage by bypassing the disclosing party and conducting business directly with their contacts. In doing so, it protects the disclosing party's market position and preserves their business relationships. In the context of China's unique business and legal environment, the non-circumvention provision is an essential safeguard. It provides additional protection for foreign companies operating in China, where business relationships and connections are of significant value. By including a non-circumvention clause in their NNN agreements, businesses can ensure their interests are fully protected, mitigating potential risks and enhancing their operational security in the Chinese market. Adapting to Chinese jurisdiction, the need for tailored contracts. In China's complex and unique legal environment, the importance of tailoring contracts to fit the Chinese jurisdiction cannot be overstated. This includes contracts such as non-disclosure agreements (NDAs) and non-disclosure, non-use, and non-circumventions (NNN) agreements. The customization of these contracts to align with Chinese laws and regulations is a crucial step in ensuring the validity and enforceability within the Chinese legal system. Chinese courts operate under a different set of legal principles and norms compared to other countries, as is the same in all other countries with their own jurisdiction. As such, they may not recognize or enforce contracts that have not been appropriately adapted to the Chinese context. This makes it essential for foreign companies operating in China to work with legal professionals who deeply understand Chinese law when drafting and reviewing these contracts. Moreover, it's not just about understanding the legal differences, but also about recognizing the differences between NDAs and NNN agreements. While NDAs have been traditionally used to protect sensitive business information, NNN agreements offer a more comprehensive protective framework in the Chinese business environment. Therefore, foreign companies need to understand these differences to select the agreement that provides the most effective protection for their business interests. Adapting to the Chinese jurisdiction involves more than just a literal translation of contracts into Chinese. It requires a nuanced understanding of Chinese laws and regulations and the ability to effectively tailor contracts to ensure they provide the necessary protection within the Chinese legal system. This is a critical step for any foreign company looking to safeguard its business interests in China. Thank you for listening to the China Business Legal Navigator. Contact us if you have need legal help in China, help with background investigation of Chinese companies, protection of patents, trademarks, etc., verification and drafting of contracts that fit and follow the law in China and are enforceable in China, etc. If you require our assistance and have further questions about the services, please do not hesitate to contact our customer relationship manager, Erik Christensen, at janerik at ncbhub.com. So janerik at ncbhub.com. Or you can go to our website, ncbhub.com. We look forward to hearing from you and helping your business succeed in China.